Next, so I'm minimizing this one. Yeah, this is last time we done a defragmentation. Now the fragments are clear. You can see the zero fragments. If you want, you can again you can go to one by one drive, click on analyze, and find out how many fragments are there and optimize it. So then performance of disk and system will improve. Okay. Here in a morning also we discuss the second part what we will going to discuss. Okay. So startup issues are there. For example, you install lot of applications and from so many days you are using like a 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You are using your system not getting any issues. So then you install application and start using it. After a few days, it is getting so weak, so slow system. For example, you start your PC, and you given a login password you given. It take time, like 10-15 minutes for loading completely. You have to do something at 9:30, for example. Okay, you have to log in at 9:30, right? So guarantee you should log in at 9:30. But what you done? You start your PC at 9:30, and it take almost 9:40 completed, but still you can't able to open the Google Chrome to open this link. So what happened? It's taking time to open the complete system to load complete your all application and all. It's taking time. Because of that, system is slow. Even for me, my system is very slow. Even though I'm using i5 processor and 12 GB RAM, system is very slow because of the startups. I start my PC. Usually I will start my PC at 9:15. By 9:20 guarantee it will be open to, except today I open at 9:40. I didn't check the time also. And not much. This is summer effect, winter effect in Pune. I stayed in Pune only. I'm in Pune only. Okay. I stayed back in Pune only. I didn't go to my hometown also. Okay. So little bit effect. But tomorrow onwards is mostly 9:30. Okay. So everybody be there at 9:30, and make sure you everybody log in by 9:45 or at 10 o'clock. A maximum 10 o'clock. Okay. Not more than 10 o'clock. Okay. So when I start my PC, it will take 10 to 15 minutes to do something on the system. So what is happen? I install lot of applications, and some of applications will start at the system start only. What happened? Certain application will start. I will put a present tense only. Okay, starts. So now it is apps. Some of apps will be start at time of system start. Means when you start the system, automatically operating system loaded. After operating system loaded, login, and it will take a time to load the remaining things. The login completed, but your screen is not completely work. Okay, so because of this is we call it as this one as a startups. It's called as startup or startups. So because of these startups, system become more slow in the starting time. Next, system is always slow. System is always slow because of these startups. Even though you are not using that application, for example, if you see, this is Malwarebytes. It's antivirus compulsory. This is Skype, only Skype, not Skype for business also. It is only Skype. If Skype is loading at the time of starting, then what happened? And it is running in a system. In your system, Skype is running. So what happened? It is take some memory, right? It is take some CPU and memory utilization. For example, I have a CC cleaner. When I start my PC, CC cleaner is also running. It running in my system. I didn't close it. Okay, I didn't completely remove it from system. So what happened? It occupies some space. Understand, right? For example, you know, your backpack is there. For example, you have a backpack. Okay? You have a backpack, and you should carry a few things. For example, necessary things and unnecessary things, and which you have it. For example, if you take my backpack, so I have a laptop in my backpack, charger, laptop charger, okay, laptop and laptop charger, mouse connection, okay, so not more than that one, anything, okay, and mobile means secondary mobile. One mobile is in pocket, another mobile in this one. Mobile chargers, chargers because we have a lot of mobile things. So sometimes one charger, or sometimes multiple chargers. Okay, books. I carry some books, some notepad files, external hard disk. Okay, so I keep on putting like this in home, whatever it is. I found a novel, one novel. I put it there. Just I'm going to office only. I'm not going to travel also. Okay, books means normal regular notebook and a novel also. I kept put it Kindle. Okay, so I have a Kindle and I put a Kindle also. Pens, pencils, erasers, diary. So and my backpack is become more heavy. If it is more heavy, it is very difficult to travel with the backpack, right? Same thing will happen to your system. You install some application, even though it is not work, you not important to do with every day. Okay, of course. Can you say a diary is not important? Can you say mobile is not important? Novel is not important? It's not like it is there. It is have its own value, but it's daily. It is not required. Daily, these things are not required, right? So daily we no need to use it. Second thing is not at all required to use it. Not at all required to use it. For example, I have a three external hard disks are there. Okay, I have a three external. Okay, whatever it is, external hard disks are there, and pen drives are there. I have at least two to three pen drives are there. For example, okay, pen drives are smaller, no problem, but three external hard disks it's again heavy. So if I'm start carrying all these things, even though we don't require daily data in that one. So if you are carrying it, it is become a more bigger size, right? Same thing is happen. Sometimes some applications not at all required. You don't use that applications. Even your mobile phone, you install lot of applications inside, and you don't use it. So that is a waste. For example, on my screen, I don't use so many applications. For example, this is vSphere client, VMware vSphere client. Occasionally, I will use it, but I didn't deleted it. Okay, GitHub desktop, not a Git desktop. It's not even a Docker desktop. GitHub desktop is not at all required on desktop. Okay, okay. I'm using Notepad plus plus. Okay, Apache NetBeans I'm using no problem. CC Cleaner I'm using. It 1 month or twice like I've used SQL Developer. Okay, so certain applications I don't require like a mobile assistant. This is for my old mobile phone. I don't use it nowadays. I'm don't. I'm not burning my pen drive also. Like I don't load any OS in my pen drive. Not required. No one is asking for that one. Very rarely I use a VMware virtual box. I use regularly VMware workstation, but very less in this one. So can you see this is a WebEx? I never launch anything in a WebEx. I will attend the classes in a WebEx, but I don't give a class in a WebEx. I use Zoom or I use I used Zoom earlier. Now I am using Google Meet only because time limitation. TeamViewer occasionally I will connect it, but it is required. Put is required for me. This is not required for me. Like that, lot of applications are running. Six Origin. I don't download any games from the Origin anyway, whether it is a free or a paid game. PyCharm I am using. So like using, not using applications. That is few in my desktop, but very less. If you see in my system, I have a lot of applications in my system. Okay, like if I go like this, I have a TechSmith. I'm using TechSmith, and of course, sometimes I will use it. Okay, video LAN, VMware, what viewer. I'm not using this what viewer, remote viewer. I'm not using anyway. Voice recorder is sometimes if you're required, then This is a VMware related one. Like that, lot of applications are there, but if I'm not using, better to uninstall the unused applications occasionally or daily not used one. Better not to put it in a startups. So that's my point. So why I said a backpack thing means sometimes we unnecessarily load unnecessary daily putting, that will cause system slow, and system slow in a startup, and while system is running, system become more and more slow. So that's why you have to take care of these startups. Startup are startups. Okay, how to deal with the startups? So I will show you this one. So very simple to go. One way is go to the startup is go to manager task manager, go to startups. You can see that startup button. This is a startup, and if you see, I have a lot of applications in a startup. These are all applications in my startup. Okay, so Snagit, Skype for Business, Skype. Okay, send to OneNote tool, Opera browser assistant. I think I deleted Opera also. I didn't remember I am using Opera also. Okay, this is a touchpad related one. Your phone, I don't know what is the use of that your phone. Okay, Microsoft update only, that is useless. Battery management, iTunes helper, iServices. My iPhone, that is my third hand or fourth hand mobile phone. That is now I'm not at all using it. Is now I don't want to buy new mobile phone also. Cisco WebEx, CC Cleaner, uTorrent. Okay, this is related to the Bluetooth. This is a Facebook game room. What I'm saying is these are all applications. Think if all these applications are start at the time of startup. When I start my PC and log into the PC and these applications start running immediately, then I have to start my computer at morning 5 o'clock. I have to put alarm at 5 o'clock. I have to start my computer and I have to go to sleep back. Then I woke up and I start working on it. Next, it has become very slow. My entire my 12 GB, out of 12 GB, 8 and 10 GB will occupy these applications only. Then what I done, see the status side, you can see disable. I have a uTorrent, but what I done, I disable it. I can enable it. So like right click enable. Now it is enabled. When I start my PC, uTorrent will start automatically. Okay. So at the time of startup, uTorrent will be started automatically. I don't want it. I'm going to disable it. So initially see the application, which application is not required at the time of startup. For example, I want a uTorrent. I want a uTorrent, or I want a CC cleaner. I will open it. No problem. I want uTorrent. This is a uTorrent. I can open the uTorrent application and I will use it. No problem. Because when I want it, I will open that application. I don't want my system to open that application if I don't require it. So, but definitely it should not be open, right? So that is what I'm saying. It is disable the startups. Okay. So see, I disable this one, three things. Okay, I disable Facebook game room. Something delayed answer Intel cooperation. This is a Intel related one, so I put a enable. Okay, this is a high definition. Maybe it is audio related things. I said it is okay. It is audio filter related. It's okay. Let it enable system related things. Okay, definitely you require. This is some Skype Silicon Bridge. So this is not required at all. Why it is open? So like that, I better to disable it. I don't need to load iCloud because every day I don't require iCloud first of all. So I disable it. I don't require to Java update every time. Okay. Microsoft Bing services also I disable it. I don't need it. OneDrive also I don't want it now. If I want, I will open OneDrive. Uh, Teams also I disable it. Okay. So I enable and disable like that. You can use it. Opera browser is not required. This is audio related. Okay. Enable. Okay, Skype for business is compulsory anyway. This is also audio related. I don't require Snagit. I don't. Okay, WebEx is there here. Okay, so if you observe from here, no, it is not there. The new WebEx is installed after that one. See, this is a WebEx. When I open my system, immediately this was open. So because it is there, I didn't see this one properly. Very recently it has happened. That's why I didn't see. I don't require, but I need a Windows security enable it. Wireless display adapter something is there not required. If you want, you can disable it also. Like that, you can disable the startups. So then, when you start your PC, these startups won't launch. So then, system start running faster, and second, background unnecessarily these services won't run. So your system performance is comparatively improved. So what is why it is this thing happen is simple. If you system is become slow, if system is slow, what we will say? So if system running slow, so immediately we'll throw things on a virus, right? So virus, what are the spelling it is? Okay, we'll put things on a virus things. So better I will check it once. So just a virus on it. Spellwares. There is no it's a virus. Okay, so immediately we throw things on a virus only. Okay, we don't mind about throw on a virus, anything happens we'll throw on someone, either it is a current government or a previous government or neighbor countries or maybe America or maybe alien technologies. We throw on someone, right? So we don't worry about to take the responsibility what happened. Okay, so we will throw on someone. That person will throw on another one. Okay, so the finally it is compromised, like okay, god done this one, so what we can able to do like this. So we don't check it what is happening to things, so then we'll throw on someone, like that is our hobby, so we throw on a virus only. Of course, virus, different type of viruses are there. How to check it and how to clean it is also very important. But thing is, not always virus, not always virus. Okay, not always virus. So it can be a startups also possibility is there. It may be a particular application is also possibility. It may be a particular drive, or because of new update or because of old update. Okay, so anything is a possible. So be careful what is happened. Okay, what is going on and what is happened just before, based on that one, analyze and get it. Of course, I'm not saying virus is not responsible. Sometimes virus is also responsible uh, to make a system is running slow, but always we cannot throw on the virus also. So that's the thing I'm telling. Okay, not always virus. So understand the system slow. So I think you understand the startups. Okay, for example, if you are using a Windows 7, then how to go to a startup? Because last time someone sent a message to me they are using Windows 7. So they go to the run, type type ms config. What is the command? Ms config. I am putting in a cap letters for more visibility. It is good view. So also I am going to ms config here to run. I'm open ms config. So this is a config window. So ms config window, you can see general, boot, services, startup, tools. So you can find a startup here. You can get the startup list from here also. If you are using a Windows 7 or XP kind of stuff, so your startup things will store in this line. But because it's a Windows 8 and 10, Okay, startup we can open in a task manager, like I showed in a task manager. Like that only we can able to view in a task manager. But in Windows 10 it shows here you can disable unnecessary startups. Okay, so this is a MS config. Okay, so how to disable the startups? So go to task manager. Okay, then in a task manager go to startup tab. Okay, find applications, disable the startup. Second one is go to MS config. If in case if you are using a Windows 7 kind of stuff, definitely if you are using a Windows 7 or XP, we are not using XP anyway. So if anybody is using MS, please just go to the config and go to startup. So that's the thing you can able to do it. I hope you understand the startup thing. If you have are getting doubt, then please tell me, no problem. Stopping the services. There are lot of services running in your system, so you have to stop that services. So then unnecessarily systems are running. So guys, I want to tell one simple why it is a slow kind of stuff. When you do a fresh install of voice, the voice is freshly installed. Because voice is freshly installed, you install only one or two applications that time. Obviously system looks very faster after utilizing, because you are installing lot of applications and system become slower and slower and slower, because the background running systems, background applications, background services, it will cause slower your system than earlier. So your experience slower, but it is actually runs in an optimal level only. Of course virus is another hand, that is a different part, but in generally I'm speaking, if no virus is also, system will get slower. Okay, next, stop services. How to stop the services I will show you. So you can go to the task manager and you can type there you can go to the services also, but you can directly go to services window by typing services.msc. Okay, I click on something. So in a run, go to run and put a services.msc. What is MSc? Microsoft Console. MSc means Microsoft Console. So if you look at the screen, this is the service window and these are the services running in my PC. So I will put it like this so then you can view. So this is the services and the description of the service. This is the status of the service and this is the startup types. Okay, certain services not required to run it. So if you see auto time zone updater, it is disabled, means this service never runs until unless you run it manually. This is the identity service. Apple mobile device services, this is unnecessary, right? So I'm not using it. So I will show you this one now. Understand service and their status also. Okay, so this is Apple mobile service device. Do we require? I'm not using a Apple also, that is in a charging mode. I never use. I remove the SIM card also. That is 5 version, 5S. Okay. Uh, currently, we don't have a budget to buy it. Okay, so I don't like Apple phones anyway, because it's very costly and very limited space. I have a beautiful mobile phone now, Samsung, 128 GB internal memory, 120 GB external memory I have. Okay, so like that. Apple is very limited. If I want 128, I have to put more than 1 lakh rupees, right? So I don't need this service presently, because this service also costs CPU, RAM thing, right? So that is also consuming CPU power and RAM power also. Why should we using this one? Better to stop it. Just for example, how to stop a service. I'm telling. Right click properties. Go to right click properties on the service. Right click on the thing and go to the properties. Okay. Now, can you see this is my Apple mobile device service properties, and this is provide interface to mobile devices. This is very important to if you are connecting a Apple mobile phone, but I'm not connecting. I'm not using it. Is here you can see the startup types: automatic, delayed start, automatic, manual, and disable. These are the startup types of a service. Next, service status. Two things are important: startup types, service starts. Running, currently it is running. This is stopped service. Like if you click on stop, you can stop the service. Because it's running, it's showing stop. If it is not running, it is stopped, then it shows start. Next one is pause, resume. Start, stop, pause, resume. Now it is currently running. If I stop it, then see it is stopped services. Okay. If I start it, it is running services. So I stop the services currently. But okay, I stop the services. Currently, this service is stopped. Currently, this service is stopped. But next time when I start my PC, automatically it runs. Understand? Next, if I reboot my PC, next time I start my PC, automatically this services starts automatically. I don't need to start it; it automatically start. Currently, I stopped it. Okay, so how it will start automatically because automatically. Startup type is automatically. I think you got the point. Startup type is automatically. It means when you start your PC, automatically it start the services. Okay, automatic delayed start means when you start your PC after some time it automatically start. Both are same. It take little bit time. This will take no time. Next one is manual. What is this manual? Manual means you have to start manually. You have to start the service manually. One, you have to start manually, or certain things will be trigger. For example, you open an application. For example, you open a Apple mobile service application. You open it. You open a Apple mobile device related application. Okay, you open it. So automatically service automatically start. It means manual means either user should be start the service or an application wise or a time trigger wise. It means time trigger means like a backup, do something on a particular time, or any new update, or by some other applications. It will start automatically. Manual means not only a user manually operating, but it automatically start by based on a certain applications or any other service related things. Next one is disable. What is this disable? What is this disable? In disable mode, you cannot start manually. So you cannot start manually. So you can see apply. If I click on apply, can you see start and stop both are stopped? You cannot click on start, you can't click on stop. If I put a manually and apply, see it's showing a start. It's showing a start. If I put automatic, it's showing a start. If I start, I'm starting a service. So it is showing a stop symbol, stop thing button because it's running. If I stop it, the service is stopped. If I put a manual, still start. Manual start. This is manual start. Now because of I put a manual thing, okay, just apply. Now if I restart my PC, this won't start automatically. This won't start automatically. I have to start, or I have to any application wise mobile Apple mobile application. If I open something, it may start automatically. Okay, so it is running, right? I'm disabling first. We have to disable first to disable it. Sorry, we have to stop it for disabling. We have to stop it for a disabling guarantee. Okay, so disable, and I click apply. Where is the start button? Where is stop button? Nothing. So I have to convert into manual or automatic only. But I want to disable it because I don't require these services, no longer require these services, but still running in my PC because the application, the Apple mobile application related iTunes and mobile device application is running in my PC. So it is running. So now I don't want it. If I want it, I will open it later. I don't worry about it. So I disable it. So these are the startups type and service status. So we will go into this services.msc. Choose your application or a service. Choose your application or a service. Then we have to do disable or manual, stop, start, these things based on your requirement. But I'm tell want to tell things like so where is this startup type? It is a startup type, right? Service startup type. Okay, so what are the startup types we seen? Automatic, of course. Delayed start is also there, but I'm not putting. I'm putting only automatic only. Manual. Another one is disable. So three type of startups are there. Of course, delayed start is also there. Automatic and automatic delayed start is there. So, but I'm putting only automatic only. Otherwise, you can put it automatic. Briquette delay start. Okay. Next one is status, service status. This is a service startup type and this is a status. What are the different status are there? Very important one is first one is a start and very another important is stop. Of course, it contains a pause and resume. For example, certain services we can able to pause it for a certain time and we can resume it after that one. Certain times you want to install some application, your service is blocking that one. So that is that time we can able to do that one. So it's a condition is there. Okay, certain application running because of service it's unable to install or running. So you can pause it for a certain time and we can resume it. It depends upon the service only. Okay, so this is the startup types and start. Again, I want to tell once again, automatic means when your system is started, automatically service will be start. Manual means either user has to be manually start the services or by some application it will automatically start it. Disable means it won't start when a system is started and of course application is also won't be started. Application wise also it won't be started. If user wanted, user has to be changed it to manual or automatic and start the services. If user want to run the services, he has to change it to manual or automatic and to start the services. If service is running, if you don't want the services to run, then you can able to stop it. If it is stopped, you want to run the service, you can run the services also. Okay, it is in disabled condition. Click OK to so permanently disabled. Like that, lot of applications are there here. See, this is my Bluetooth. Currently, I'm not using it because my speaker and mic is working fantastically now. So I am okay. And interactive mode also, like you speak, I can't able to hear because the Bluetooth thing. Okay. Um, I can't keep every time into the so see, these are all services. These services are some of the services running, some are it is not running also. Running, not running. Okay, so it will show like that. iPod services, see, it's a manual one. If you want, you can disable it. If you don't like, you can disable it. iPod services. Anyway, it is not running, and so this is how we can able to manage the services. Okay, so two parts I said. One is the startups, another one is the services. Okay, another one is installation of application. If you install an application, so automatically application in a startup, application running in a services also will be removed. So then it is more better if you don't want to use an application no longer. So one way, like, you can go to the control panel, type control or a control panel. So then you can open the control panel directly, or you can use this. If your control panel showing in a category mode, okay, this is the category mode, you can change it to large icons, or you can open from here also. So see, programs and uninstall a program, you can open from here, or you can go to large icons and search for programs and files. Programs and features, see programs and features, click here. These are all my applications. Okay, these are all my applications. You can see you can uninstall application, you can uninstall an application, you can change, and you can repair it also. If application is not working, sometimes certain application will give you a repair options. Sometimes application features are certain features are not required, or maybe you want to add a features of that application extra, then you can use a change. Uninstalling, you can uninstall the application also. For example, see Apple software, Apple mobile support is there. This is a Boston NetSim. So when I practice CCNA thing, I need this Boston kind of stuff. But currently I'm not teaching CCNA, so I don't require. I can able to uninstall or a change also possible. See, when I click on it, it is showing uninstall and change. Both it is showing. For certain applications, it only shows uninstall button only. It won't show. See, Adobe Air, it is showing uninstall only. uTorrent, it's showing uninstall. But when I click on a button, it is showing a uninstall and change. Okay. If I click on here, what will happen? Repair, it is showing. See, this is a Citrix Zen Center. This is a Citrix Zen Center, and it is showing a repair option also. Repair option means this application not working properly. I can go to the repair option also. So this is my CPU Z. A lot of unnecessary applications also running. This is CyberDeck. If I want to uninstall it. So for example, okay, I click on uninstall, right click, uninstall only, and I'm clicking yes. The screen is closed, but yes, because you can't see because I am working on this. So here it is showing a repair, uninstall or close. Okay, so modify the setup. It is showing here. I want to uninstall it. Just click on uninstall. Once you are click on uninstall, it will be uninstalled from your PC. It means it remove from your PC only. Okay, understand guys, whenever you uninstall an application will be removed from here, and there is a few places it will be affected. One is a place is a program files place. This program files for a 64-bit application, this is for a 32-bit application. If application is a 32-bit, it is removed from here, and application is 64-bit, the it is removed from here. And also it will remove the shortcuts. Any data generated by application, that data will be in your system where you store it. Generally all the application data will be stored in the documents only. Just for example, you play a game, the game related data will be stored in this saved games range. I removed this, I think I removed this red version game, but still the saved games is there. This is a Far Cry, I removed it and installed it, but still I have a saved games. Okay. After uninstalling an application, so maybe the application related data will be available in the documents, or maybe you save in different place. It is there. But normally application running thing will be stored in a program files or program file x86. Program files for a 64 and program file x86 for a 32-bit thing. Okay, in a 64-bit PC. My system is 64-bit. Even I don't know what is this CyberDuck also, I forget. So it is also uninstalling in a Bonzo or CyberDuck kind of stuff. This is a cute PDF writers, cute FTP. Lot of applications are there which I am not using currently. Remaining Juniper is not required unnecessary because my sister that time their company people said this is you should use it, but currently not required at all. These are okay generally. If successful uninstall, what will happen? We'll see. Now it is removed from our place. Okay. If any shortcuts are created, it is that is also will be removed from your system. But the data created by application will be there. Next one. If you got a problem because of updates, recently Microsoft is got updated. After new update, restart system is not functioning properly. You want to remove it, you can uninstall the updates last update from here. You can see the data when it is last update is occur. Okay, you can remove by checking installed on. See, this is a very new one, so you can see this is a new update, and this is a last update at 11th third. This is the last update. It's a security update only. After updating, system is not running properly, so you can uninstall it, the update, so then system start functioning properly. This is you can uninstall an application, so then unnecessary background applications, unnecessary startups will be removed, unnecessary services will be removed from your system. So that is you have to uninstall a application. Installing an application also will gain your system back. System memory will be saved, unnecessary temporary files will be saved, right? So much of the space will be the occupied thing. Like, why I uninstalled the recently completed games. Okay, I didn't complete Far Cry 1, but I think I did complete a Far Cry 2. Okay, so when I uninstall a Far Cry 2, so the space occupied almost like a 20-25 GB it is occupied. It is again that space back, right? And unnecessary shortcut and data so should be deleted from your PCs. Okay, so that is the main important. And background services, background application running, these things also will be reduced, so then your CPU we can gain the CPU power, and we can save the CPU power, RAM utilization, and disk utilization also, then CPU performance will increase. How to uninstall it? Go to normally go to control panel. Normally I'm telling in any system wise, I'm telling not only a Windows 10 wise. Go to control panel, programs, and future. Check your application. So what application you don't like it, you are no longer using that application. Okay, so right click on application. Okay, and uninstall. Okay, changing repairing options also available. You can do uninstall it or change if you want it, otherwise repair application based on that. But here point is on installation, I'm telling. Okay, very good. So up to here is like a